Hello and welcome back to chapter 6, lecture number 4. So we did some organization in this nature assets file, and we imported the trees, and now it's time to start modeling some new nature assets. And I'd like to start with a nettle. So what is it? Well, I made this photo some time ago, and it's a tiny plant, and when you touch it, it will hit you. I'm not quite sure if that's the right naming, but it's hurting you. But it's a beautiful piece of nature, and look at the strong translucency effect. So we have this diffuse green color, but when the sun is shining on it, you can see it's totally different. And yeah, we're going to achieve, or we try to achieve, this result. Alright, so I will have some other reference images as well, but I like to start with importing a background image. So we go to the top view, and be aware you enable, or I enable, shortcuts, very important. And I go to the nettle, and there we go, nettle. So I keep this size, so we later will, I want to drag this. I'm not quite sure what is happening. Oh, I'm selecting it left. There you go. Sometimes it's a little bit different. There you go. So we zoom in and we start with a plane. And we put this right there and GZ to just scale it a little bit. We size this, turn off proportional editing because it's a little bit distracting. And I like to start dragging this to the root. All right. So, the plan is making one more edge line. You start with 3 of these. So a plane with one edge line, and I extrude it. So, there you go. So the idea is each time we're going to extrude it. So one more time, well, again, and you can see these transitions each time, and we put these exactly in the corner. And it's important you do this right, because it will save you a lot of time. Otherwise, if you'll fix it, you can go to the wireframe, you go to the solid view, so what you prefer. And we extrude it, and select this one, and there you go. And I won't do this in the workbench because it's just, I don't care now about the shaping. I do care about seeing the vertices. So the workbench, just, I'm going to size these, by the way. Alright, and we continue. Extrude it. Yeah. So we will do one together, and then we make, what do you say? We do the beginning for the second one, and then I pause the video and you can continue. But creating this nettle leaf will take a lot of time, so let's focus on this one first. And it's you can see the more we go upwards, the bigger the side leaves are. And normally I created just a transparent plane, and I made it a bit curvy, and that was pretty much it to deal with it. But I discovered that the lighting is just awful, so I'm now modeling it by hand, and it looks wonderful. So that's it. We need to make it a bit curvy on the ends. Something like this will do. Don't be afraid we go in this amount of detail. We just want to copy these and do something like this. That's it. So you click this, you extrude it, and don't do it like this. You just want to have these sharp ends. And okay, well, we're going to pause this. I'm going to pause the video, and you can continue doing this till you have all these side leaves. And when you reach the bottom, we will be back there and we continue together. Alright, so we'll pause it. Alright, we've reached the bottom part, and I like to select these. We extrude it. And what I like to do is putting that one right here and the other one there. So you can now extrude these easily. Something like this. And again, it doesn't matter that it looks exactly the same. You will have some space between the leaves, as long you make them look a little bit sharp. So I like to add edge lines and now start making these curvy. So we'll do one more together and then we'll pause it again. So just an edge line and make it curvy. Yes, that's pretty much it. I will pause. And there we are. So we switch to the left and we start selecting these and extrude it. And well, first I like to focus on just extruding it, and when we complete this we add these edge lines, otherwise it will be just confusing. So I will pause it again. Alright, and we start adding these edge lines just to make it more curvy. And by the way, if you think, why do we add so much detail on just a simple leaf? Well, back in the days, like I have to say, like 6 years ago, when the standard was HD, this was totally useless, because when you created a nature ground with grass and leaves, you didn't see these details. But now with the new 4K, and we probably go very quickly to 8K scenes, you can see almost every detail. It's just insane. So that push you as a designer to add more details in your scene. And this is one of these things. You're going to take a closer look at the nature assets and you think, well, maybe I can add more details. The computer is more powerful and is able to add more details, so why not? Yeah. Alright, so we just finished this. I won't pause it again because we have enough time left. So there we go, and one more. We have to make a stem as well. So we extrude this, make it a bit smaller, and that's it. Alright, so we have a nettle, and one more edge line, and one over there. And that's pretty much it. So in the next lecture, we're going to duplicate this one, and we're going to make another one, and this one as well. And that is pretty much it for the modeling work. And then we start making it transformations, adding the textures. So there's a lot of things still to do. Well, you know the workflow because we create other nature assets. But yeah, this is the end of this lecture. All right, bye-bye.